going on, guys? I want to make sure this looks as good as possible here. So I'm going to be looking back and forth on my phone to make sure the volumes are where they need to be. Check up on all the technological things, you know. Make sure that frame fits on the screen the way that it should. Make sure our sounds hit the way that they should. Okay, mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. What is going on? The Madden Move. What's going on, everyone? If you're here outside of the Madden Move, welcome to my YouTube channel 95J. We have a game of the week here, Madden 25 Online Franchise League between the Chargers and the Raiders. Taking a look at their record, Chargers are sitting at 8-3, Raiders at 8-2. Definitely going to be a good game. So I'm going to commentate this bad boy and see who comes out on top. I did choose the Raiders just because of some of their recent acquisitions, right? Some of their playmakers on defense, but definitely was a tough decision because the Chargers, Giovanni and the Chargers have all the skill sets that they need on offense to put up major points. Right, if you're in here, please drop a comment for me just to show me. I want to see if it pops up on OBS or if I have to actually go to YouTube to see you guys comment. And the kids did their job yesterday. We're sitting here with the fun size Skittles. Let me take a look here. All right. If you could just check in with me once the game gets going, if all the volumes are where they need to be, please. I'm really hoping that if anyone comments, I can see it here on OBS versus having to go to YouTube. We're gonna see if that's a possibility.
Just west of the world-famous Las Vegas Strip, we're at the site of Super Bowl 58.
Okay,
Stadium. Here.
Connection lost to Pier to start the game. Got some connection issues already out the gate. Who you guys got, man? You got the Raiders, you got the Chargers. For the Chargers to win this game, one thing I have to say is that they just cannot beat themselves, right? I mean, that's typically how a lot of his losses have came about. Not a lot. I mean, I think they're 3 losses on the season, but that's how some of these losses have came about. It's just beating themselves on offense. They have all the talent that they need here, man. Just continue to play smart, one drive at a time, one play at a time. And then the Raiders here have picked up, some big name weapons here on defense. They got the same offensive weapons that they had in that last playoff push in the first season. Both teams got to be dialed in here. A divisional matchup. You know, you want to be on the top of that, in that #1 spot.
Opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on
8-3 Chargers, 8-2 Raiders.
to Allegiant Stadium.
We got Coach Ross in the chat, man, with the Dallas Cowboys. He's calling a Raiders victory here today.
Weather's starting to get a bit colder, but
Who y'all got, man? I had to go with Raiders myself too, but it was tough. I sat there and thought about it for a while. Chargers start the game off with the ball, immediately do that reverse. It brings them at the 25.
To bring it into that return right near the 25.
I just had to kill those 2 bags of Skittles, but we are now in the game. Switch from Twitch here, now on YouTube. As far as these live streams go, we're going to see how that works out for us.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
And you immediately see the playmakers there for the Raiders. Now the Chargers do have a great offensive line, 3 guys with the superstar ability, showing some motion in the backfield. They dump it off to Williams and start the game here. Game of the week with the running back pass to the rookie wide receiver Patterson. And this is the type of coach that Giovanni is with the Chargers here. They know it's the game of the week. They want to start out big with something creative. And look at it. 1 play touchdown, dump it off to the running back. You have Patterson, wide open downfield. And I shouldn't have expected anything less coming from this coach to start this game off here. Wow, big time play. Caught the defense, caught the defense lacking. They have, creative plays up their belt, and that's the one that they pulled out to start the game. Huge.
Return starts at the 3.
Wow. And you gotta love that. I say it time and time again. If you can score on as less plays as possible, that's the best case scenario. You're not showing the opposing team what plays and what type of scheme you have for this game. So the coach didn't show much of his playbook at all. He gave him 1 play, scored a touchdown. Hey, defense, let's go. And the Raiders here looking to respond. Nice handoff to Herbert up the middle. Don't tell me he cannot outrun, who is that, Samuel, I believe? But that was a great run there by Herbert to start the drive. Great run.
First down. Just laid it down to approach here from the 40. Going to the ground again on first.
Chargers meet him in the backfield. Now I'm a little confused by the Raiders quarterback right now. I don't know if a name change happened or what, but their rookie quarterback Pearson has been phenomenal this season, and I'm seeing a Simmons starting at quarterback this game, so I don't know if Pearson got injured last game or what. For those tuned in, please let me know if the volumes are good, man. My voice, the game volume, it sounds how it needs to sound. If not, I can adjust. Simmons drops back and finds Bowers over the middle, but it's an easy pick there from the safety of the Chargers. That pass looked a little flat. It was a small window of him being open, and you see Gilman just close up that surface area with the interception. This Chargers team is starting off strong, and I know if you put your M coins down on the Raiders, you're starting to feel a little nervous. While I'm talking, I might as well go in here and close the comments on these Game of the Weeks, because I know some of you guys try to sneak them in a little late. We find ourselves with the Chargers back on offense after that big play. Herbert is a MVP candidate right now. I believe he's in that #1 slot. You see him here with the read option. This guy knows how to hold on to the football and pick up those tough yards. Big time interception there.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, QB keeper, it gets 0.
But hey, the Raiders, their culture is built by play by play. The game isn't over until it's literally over. 7-0 here. Chargers in the lead. Back on offense. We've seen some creativity so far. They're going with another read option to Herbert here. The Raiders defense smells that one out. Stops them at the line of scrimmage. We have a 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 here. Just another recap. Chargers sitting at 8-3. Raiders 8-2. You want to be number 1 here in that that division spot. If I'm not mistaken, the Chargers won their first matchup. Some decent pressure there, and it's a user pick by the Raiders. It looks like a potential pick 6, but no, he stopped there at the 9. We don't really know what Herbert was seeing on that out route. The receiver kind of just got jammed up. The cornerback all over him, and you see that the Raiders have the user pick and find themselves in great position here to score a touchdown. Can the Chargers defense hold up to at least minimize them to 3? They're going with the stretch to the left side. He breaks off the tackle, is going to put him at the 3-yard line. Herbert, the running back, is showing some good runs to start this game. They decide to go with the handoff again. He's met by Gilman in the gap, sitting at the 1. And I can imagine these Raiders go for it on each down here. I don't see them walking away with 3 points. If anything, this coach is gonna go for it. They go with the RPO option. And the defense is all over it. It looks like Adams was open there, but like I said, they decide to go for it. Can the defense hold up? They decide to go with the pass. The pressure is there, and the short out route leaves the receiver wide open. Simmons able to just slide it in there. Good job from the Chargers defense, but they fall short there. The Raiders, like I said, they're going to battle play by play until the game is officially over. You see them there with that pick, and then, hey, they find a way to punch it in and tie this ball game up. All of a sudden, we're looking at a 7-7 ball game. Oh my gosh, and things like this, bro. Stuff like this is why you gotta keep your foot on the gas and maximize each drive, right? You get that 7-0 lead, you're feeling good coming out the gate if you're the Chargers here. Now you find yourselves with your back against the wall. You have a fumble here on the kick return, you threw that pick, and the Raiders have an opportunity to take the lead. It's about maximizing your drives, right? Because the Raiders do get the ball to start the second half. This Chargers defense has to hold up here. And I'm curious as to why this quarterback Simmons is in the game. Is it a name change, or did Pearson get injured?
We know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority
turnovers. Special teams, you get a fumble there. You have the pick. Now the pressure's on the defense to hold up. And these Raiders, they have weapons. They have weapons. You got Bowers, you got Tucker, you got Adams. The Chargers want to bring some pressure there. 3rd and 8.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me.
Name change confirmed. I appreciate that, fellas. I was curious. I'm like, where's Pearson at, man? Because he's been balling out all season long. I know he's fighting for that MVP, to be a strong MVP candidate. Putting up major passing yards. He's doing a great job to his touchdown to interception ratio. Let's see if he can score a touchdown here. Chargers pressing up on the line of scrimmage here. They're trusting in their man, it looks like. And that pass rush of the Chargers is seeming to cause troubles for Simmons as this game has started. So if you're the Raiders, you're still happy, right? I get 3 off of a fumble off the special team, so that puts us a drive ahead. We know we get the ball to start the second half. Let's trust our defense, continue to put points on the board. If you're the Chargers, let's get our drives back.
It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
On the return, here comes Davis.
They go with the reverse again. You got McConkey. They seem to like that reverse on those kick returns. That's the second time they've done it here in the first half. In the first quarter, excuse me. And I'm going to need to find a charger because my phone is about to die here soon.
Starts out with a 1st and 10.
Chargers back on offense. They scored first play of the game off that creative running back pass. Let's see what they got here. Beautiful blocking and a way to follow the hole. Pushes it up the gap. That's a first down.
I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each
Now
other.
we're going to be tuned in here to this other game of the week. We have the Ravens. We have the Steelers. Two strong competitors. We're curious to see how that game plays out.
I wanted to watch the damage he can do like we just saw.
Herbert, let's see if he can make a play here for his offense. He has an instant rollout, a slight dump off to the running back, but the defense is all over. It looks like they had two guys over there in that flat prepared for any of the short game.
Draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great
Hey,
adjustment.
I got to talk about the Pearson to Simmons name change. You're messing up the markability, man. Everyone is used to Pearson. I'm used to seeing Pearson's name as the Raiders quarterback. All right, let's see what Herbert has here. Do they go with the run? Do they go with the pass? They drop back for the pass. They catch Johnston on the streak. A quick read, and we're moving the chains here on offense.
That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
Like I said, if I can reflect correctly, the Chargers won in their first meetup.
And in motion, out of the slot.
On to the second quarter. Great first quarter from both teams. We've seen turnovers on both sides of the ball here.
Scoreboard shows 10-7. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this.
Like I said, I did personally put my M coins there on the Raiders. But I'm watching this game completely unbiased. Take a look at the defensive line. Everybody is abilitied up. You got the nice cutback run there by who is the running back here? I believe it was Spiller, if I'm not mistaken. Picked up in free agency. Could be someone else though.
He could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now.
Yeah, defensive line absolutely nuts. I believe Josh Allen is leading the sack totals in all of the league so far. They go with the play action, looking for an open receiver. Crosby is on the heels of Herbert. Herbert sheds the sack, but it's 3rd and 13, a loss of yards. Great pressure from Crosby there.
Is one of the biggest differences between the NFL and college game. Head to high
Great
school,
pressure, and that's something you have to worry about if you're facing these Raiders, right?
big things happen. But at
Maybe
this
something
level,
that you can,
Super Bowl league,
a quick route that you can get to in a timely manner. We see an instant shed there from the defensive tackle from Wilkins. 4th and inches, I can imagine they go for it here. What do you do if you're the coach? Do you say, hey, let's run this bad boy, or let's go with the pass? They go with the RPO, leaving Jordan wide open, tight end. Brevin Jordan wide open there, no one in the flats. A great play call and decision from the coach there. Now it's up to the Raiders to see if they can hold strong here in the red zone.
Excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical.
We know how tough it is once we get to this part of the field, on offense and defense.
Put some serious yards on top of it.
Chargers cannot afford a mistake here. We need at least 3. They go with the little screen type pass to McConkey, and they met him there. We're at the 8-yard line.
Defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot
I mean, you get killed either way, right? Say if you don't punch it in here,
keeping that to a
you can look back. Why didn't you guys run the ball? You know, or Why didn't you take more chances to try to pass the ball? Either way, you can't really win in this scenario and situation. The defense has to be clamped up here. Another RPO, but Crosby is all over it, and I have a feeling we will be calling his name all game.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth cave, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Okay. 10-7 here. The Raiders do have the lead. 4 minutes left here in the second quarter. Herbert and the Chargers are looking to at least put up 3 here. But I know they got their eyes on a touchdown. Can we expect some pressure here from the Raiders? Rushing 4. They do have the tight end open again. Jordan had that big play earlier on the 4th down conversion. There's an injury for the Chargers. They're going to go ahead and decide to go for 3 here to tie this ball game up. Leave about 3 minutes, 40 seconds left on the clock. Trusting their defense to get them the ball back. I'm going to grab this phone charger.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Let's get plugged in, man. Let's get plugged in. And we need to see what happens with the Ravens and the Steelers. What is the Steelers' record? I believe he has 1 loss. 1 loss. The Ravens are undefeated. They're fighting in that division right now. It's going to be a good game, but we have to focus on the Raiders Chargers here. Here goes Simmons. The rookie's been special. Out route there to Devontae Adams, 2nd and inches. They start this drive out passing the ball, and that's the Raiders specialty, right? We know they like the deep corners, deep posts, different route combinations. 2 out routes picked off there. You see this linebacker, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. They decide to kneel down, maybe run off some clock here in the first half instead of taking the pick 6. Me personally, I take the points, but let's see what this coach has up his sleeve. And this defense has shown an ability to step up in clutch moments just like that. A huge interception from Simmons there. Now let's see if laying down, trying to burn some clock here. Let's see if that proves to be a good decision. But overall, a great play from the Chargers defense. It's moments like that, man. They're trying to earn their drive back here from the fumble on the kick return. Turnovers.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit.
Simmons decides to go with the out route to Adams on the left side. He tries the same thing on the right side on the next play. Hurry up offense, and the defense is all over it. We got some motion there from Patterson. They're going with the speed option. Herbert dumps it off to Williams. Javonte sheds some tackles. The offense shows, hey, we can lay down, we can burn a little clock. We have the confidence to go punch it in, and that's what they do here. We're looking at a 17-10 ball game off the interception from Simmons. The defense shows up, the offense responds as well. That's a good point. He could have a breakout on offense. He's looking for someone to get some touchdowns, get those stats necessary. Either that, looking to burn some clock. Either way it goes, they put up 7. They put up 7. But like I was speaking about with the Raiders offense, right? We saw it last year in the playoffs. And just all throughout the season. I mean, the stats don't lie coming from this rookie quarterback in Simmons. Very pass-heavy offense. They have the route combinations to get guys open. They decide to go with the run here. Chargers are all over it, losing 2 yards.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to.
But I'm here to say, we can expect some big plays downfield from this Raiders offense. We have to like what we've seen from the Chargers so far, right? Defense clamping up when they need to. They're showing creativity. on that first running back pass for the touchdown. They're not afraid of the moment here on this game of the week. Chargers 8-3, Raiders 8-2. We are now at the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Let's see what these Raiders design up here. We know they want some points before this half is over.
Pass play coming here.
Looking for someone to get open. There's pressure in the face of Simmons. He fumbles it. Now, if you take a look at number 98 here, who is that? Bosa? He was wide open, pushing through the offensive line. No real resistance. Simmons cannot hold on to the ball, and it's a strip sack fumble there, and the Chargers recover and find themselves in great position to put up more points before the half is over. So you're counting on the running back to block a Bosa. It doesn't work. Somehow he gets right past the offensive lineman, and we see the result of that. That's something about the Raiders, right? Those big route combinations, they take some time to develop, and that can, oh my gosh, and a potential pick. But that Raiders offense, like I'm speaking about, those route combos take some time to develop. So we saw that in the playoffs as well. That can create an opportunity for the defense to get some sacks, man. Waiting on those routes to open up. But when they do open up, there's a high success rate. The Chargers just have that pressure. They have the playmakers as well to bring pressure to the quarterback. And iffy throw from Herbert there. Double coverage, throwing it to two black jerseys, a potential pick, but it's just swatted down. 2nd and 10 here, a minute 50 left.
2nd and 10, Herbert trying to get
We had the fake on the jet sweep. 2 people in the backfield trying to make a play, and that keeps them in bounds. Chargers do have all 3 of their timeouts. It is 3rd and 8. 2 big drives from the Chargers defense, back to back. You get the interception, and then you get the fumble. And you have to imagine some of this is mental, right? Because the Chargers did win that first matchup. It's a game of the week. The emotions can get to you. You might play outside of your element a little bit. If you're the Raiders, if you're the Chargers, you just got to stick to your identity. Chargers find themselves in a good position here. Hey, if I walk away with 3, I'm getting points off a drive that necessarily was not mine. We're going to 5 wide here. Raiders bring instant pressure. There's an open target there on the wheel route. Davis dives in for the touchdown. A great play call to counter what the Raiders were calling on defense. They were bringing that blitz from the right side. They had soft coverage there on the left side. The wheel route wide open for Davis. The rest is history. He's in there for the touchdown. We are now looking at a 24-10 ball game. And like I tell you guys, whoever I vote on for game of the week, decide to go with the other person. I cannot hit. I choose the Raiders here. I'm thinking about the playmakers. I'm thinking about some of the play calling design on offense that they have, the playmaking ability. I'm not taking anything away from the Chargers, right? But you see how it's playing out now.
His return starts at the 5.
Big plays from the Chargers defense.
Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30.
The Raiders sitting at home on their home field find themselves down 24-10. Now they are in a position to where, hey, we got to get points. Last drive, it was like, hey, we would like to get points. Now it's, we have to get points.
They'll come out throwing.
Chargers bringing some pressure there from the corner. Nice dump off to Herbert. He gets out of bounds. The Raiders do have all 3 of their timeouts. And there's an injury there to the tight end, Brevin Jordan of the Chargers. A huge target a couple of drives ago. He should be back in the game.
Because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Let's see what the Raiders dial up here. And like we talked about, guys, some of these routes take a little minute to develop. Let's see if he can depend on his O-line. And that's a Hey, look. Herbert threw one of those last drive, right? You think you see something open, it ends up being thrown in double coverage, a potential pick, but it results in a swat. And you see Simmons walks away free from a potential interception that last pass. Maybe the corner route was open, those two defenders just closed the gaps, and they're there. This is what makes a rookie quarterback. Instant pressure there from the middle linebacker. Slides right by the offensive lineman.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators.
And they're saying, hey, 40 seconds left on the clock. We're not going to play it conservative and focus more on coverage. We're going to send some pressure at you as well. You're going to have to make quick decisions.
Here he is on 3rd and long.
Looking for something to get open. Pressure's there again. He sheds the sack, but another defender is there to meet him in the backfield. 4th and 17, 35 seconds left, 24-10. If you're the coach, you have to punt the ball here. Now, the good thing for the Chargers is they have 2 timeouts. They're saying, hey, 35 seconds is plenty of time to put up some type of points. We have Davis on the return. Takes a decent hit. They're going to start this drive at the 20-yard line. So that's 3 drives in a row now that the Chargers defense has shown up big.
A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive.
Let's see what can happen here. Do they play it aggressive or do they just run the clock out? Head to the second half. Raiders defense, they need something big here. They find the target, McConkey, wide open for the first down, 24 seconds. They go ahead and burn their second timeout, leaving them with just 1.
And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Wow, big time plays from the Chargers defense here. The Raiders need to respond.
Throwing on first is
They got some motion. Decide to dump it off to McConkey there. 19 seconds left. Hey, you're out of timeouts. Anything from this point on out needs to be, we're taking a shot downfield, trying to get in the end zone, or we got to get out of bounds quickly. So you can expect some out routes, some corners, maybe even,
It's 2nd and 5.
I don't know, a little dump off to the running back, get you some yards, right? Push it upfield and just get out of bounds to stop the clock. 19 seconds left. If you try to go spike the ball, I'm not imagining you have enough time to do that.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's see how this plays out here. If they can put up points in 19 seconds before the half, that would be huge for this Chargers team. If you're the Raiders, you're like, hey, we picked up some playmakers on the D-line, and a corner route is just deflected, probably for the best. He looked like he was open, but if he would have caught that, tackled in bounds, you don't have enough time to spike the ball or do a quick hurry up. 14 seconds left, 3rd and 5. Let's see what the coach dials up here. But speaking of the Raiders, right, you go out, you pick up a Josh Allen, you spend some M coins to get Wilkins his superstar ability. You make these moves, right, to be impactful on defense. These guys got to show up here in this moment. Herbert, deep corner, a great pass and catch. Brevin Jordan suffered that slight injury earlier, finds himself back in the game to make a big play here. 9 seconds left. We're in field goal range. Excuse me. So the Chargers find themselves in a good position. 9 seconds. Each play takes about 7 seconds on average. Let's see what they do here. You can't afford to get sacked or stay in bounds here. He takes a deep shot. It's a user pick by Diablo and a risky move from the Chargers there to try to get a touchdown. And this is part of the reason why I selected the Raiders to win this game, is because although the Chargers are very creative on offense, they're very aggressive, sometimes they find themselves beating themselves, right? So, I mean, look, game of the week, you want to show up, But do you just take 3 there? And that's something we have to question the coach about. Your defense shows up for you. You find yourselves in great position. You get down the field. You have time left on the clock. Take 3 and then put yourself up 27-10. And then you're back on defense, right? But they decide to take a shot downfield. Herbert gets an interception. And now the Raiders are in an opportunity here to respond.
And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
In these moments, you cannot afford to beat yourself. You saw what happened in 1.5, right? Now imagine what can happen in this second half. Turnovers and points can collect in bunches here for either team. So anytime you have the opportunity to put up more points, keep your foot on the gas and extend that lead, I always suggest you do that.
Right away, he got to his check down in a hurry. But Kate, here's the key.
Raiders haven't shown anything too spectacular here on offense so far. They had some good momentum in the run game from Herbert. Simmons is looking to find his rhythm here and get some things going. So we're back to the run game. We're just short of the first down, 3rd and 1.
Bringing an end to that play. Offense up to the line fast.
They go with the RPO. There's an open receiver, Tucker. Nice block from Adams there. Tucker has some great speed to pick up those yards after catch, and they move the change. We're sitting at the 39-yard line.
Fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you.
Simmons is looking to get going here.
Snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Couple of turnovers from him. Chargers bringing pressure again, but somehow he gets it off to Bowers. Able to throw the ball mid-sack, finds an open target for the first down. And the same theme is happening here on this drive. Chargers were bringing pressure there. Their past couple of drives, they keep that up here. Raiders with the play action. A deep post route, it's underthrown and deflected. These guys are not going for the picks, man. They are going for the deflections. That receiver looked to be open. The ball just hangs in the air a little too long, a little underthrown, and what could be a touchdown is now 2nd and 10.
He does the next best thing and knocks it away.
They'd live to see another play here. Looking for someone open, a deep post route to Rashee Rice. Simmons punches it in. There they go. We are now looking at a 24-17 ball game. And then we have to think back to the drive before the first half was over. If you're the Chargers, take the field goal, you'll be looking at 27-17 now. But instead, we're at a one-possession ball game. The Raiders are now going to be counting on their defense and playmakers to make something happen for them. Here goes Davis on the return. They go with that reverse again to McConkey. This is the 3rd time this game. They do like that on special teams.
What a hit. He's down shy of the 30.
What a nice play call and pass there from Simmons. It's like we talked about, right? They're going to have some deep posts. They're going to have some deep corners. They like to air it out deep downfield. If the offensive line can hold up, if Simmons can stay composed and collected in the pocket, those route combos will open up for this offense, and we can expect more of that as this game progresses. Chargers on offense here. Nice lead block from Zach Martin, I believe. Javonte Williams able to shed the tackle. Now the Chargers have invested a lot into their offensive line. They do find that as one of the top priorities for this offense, and you see it pay off there. A beautiful way to start the drive. Pressure gets back there to Herbert. He dumps it off quickly. A gain of 6.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive.
Come on, man. I'm trying to keep up with the comments in the chat, man. Just go ahead and comment here on YouTube so I can see what you guys are talking about, man. I got the app brought up. Read option here. Josh Allen is all over it. 3rd and 4. If anything changes with the volumes or any type of audio or visuals, please let me know so I can try to get it corrected here. Play action, got a wide open receiver. Jordan continues to make big plays in this offense. Herbert, 158, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
This is where you start to make your money. Here in this red zone, key players have to do key things. Chargers go with the run. Looks like a collapse from the offensive line there. Raiders meet them at the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
And we can't imagine that the Chargers settle for a field goal here, right? Considering they went for it before the first half was over. If they were aggressive then, you can imagine them being aggressive here. 3rd and 2. You're the Raiders defense. Hey, I need a Crosby, I need a Wilkins, I need an Allen to really step up here. We have some motion from Patterson. There's an open receiver, Javonte Williams, power back, able to fight for the extra couple of yards, and we move the chains.
And it brings up an LA 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs.
Wow.
So money down.
24-17.
Continue the series.
And we talked about the mental factor in this game. The Chargers come out with the victory in their first matchup. They're looking to do the same here. Deep corner route, it's picked off. Wow, a huge play there from the Raiders. Chargers continue to stay aggressive, right? They're trying to hit that deep out route there, but the safety is all over it. It's an interception for the Raiders. That marks number 3 for Justin Herbert this game.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's see how the Raiders respond, man. And we talked about how these games come down to moments, right? 2 drives in a row for the Chargers here in the red zone. You're walking away with 0 points, 2 interceptions. At that point in time, you have to start thinking about coaching. Are we here to win the game? We cannot let guys stay in this game. They go with their handoff to Herbert. A huge pickup, and like I spoke about earlier, they were showing good momentum in the run game with Herbert. They went away from it a little bit, finding themselves down in that 1st, 2nd quarter, but you see they pick it up here again to end the 3rd in a great run by Herbert. Heading on to the 4th quarter, defenses for both teams have shown up in key moments, looking to get their offense the edge. The Raiders find themselves down 24-17 here. They have the ball. We're starting the 4th quarter. What can this rookie quarterback do?
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
All right. Part of me wants to say, let's go Raiders, because I need the coins. But I'm commentating this completely unbiased here. Let's see if anyone gets open. A huge throw downfield to Bowers. It looks like the running back was open. One defender, 2 receivers in the area. Way overthrown there.
So 2nd down coming up.
Chargers defense looking to get the turnover here.
Back to throw now.
Quick out route to Rice. He's able to cut up field. Look how he just plants that foot in the ground. Gets past the defender for the extra yards.
Part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more.
Chargers have been bringing pressure all game long. Herbert goes with the handoff. Another 10-yard, 15, 14-yard carry. 10 rushes for 81 yards.
Working quickly here.
That was showing good signs for this offense to start the game. All right, we're going 5 wide. Simmons looking for something to open up here. Let's see what type of route combos they have. Pressure's in the face of him. He decides to throw it away. Throw it away. This is where these clutch moments come in for both teams here. Do the Chargers have the defense to bend but not break? Do the Raiders have the offense to push through the adversity and put up points here? Looking for someone to get open. Brock Bowers, a one-on-one here. Nice tackle by Gilman, but a nice read there by Simmons. Finds Bowers open for the big gain, 6-yard line, and they could potentially get to a position to tie this game up here.
That quarterback will find you again.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First,
all right, we're sitting at the 6.
First and goal.
They go with the handoff. Zamir White. They decide to put the heavier back in to try to fight for those extra yards. They find themselves at the 3. The Chargers are looking to hold up strong here. Simmons looking for an open receiver. Pressure in his face. He decides to throw it away. It results in an intentional grounding. Great pressure from both edges of the Chargers on that play.
Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No.
When this game is over, I'm going to turn the comments back on for people to place their predictions for the Ravens versus the Steelers. Sitting at the 15 now. What can Simmons scheme up here?
Third and long for him here.
The zig route to Bowers, not able to hold on. Now you find yourself in a coaching predicament, right? 4 minutes, 45 seconds left. Let's go ahead and take 3 and depend on our defense. They've shown up for us in previous drives. We're going to depend on them once again. 24-20, the Chargers are up. The past 2 drives for the Chargers, they had the red zone opportunity to put up some type of points, but they both resulted in an interception.
Good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And no return.
But this is the type of vibe we were expecting, right? Game of the week. You have the Chargers sitting at 8-3. You have the Raiders sitting at 8-2. Guys fighting for that #1 spot in the division. We knew it was going to be a close game. Come down to the wire. Justin Herbert here, I believe he's the #1 MVP candidate. Let's see what he can string together. Tyler Goodson on the handoff gets a carry of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
Raiders showing pressure here. They're sending 4. Wide open target. Brevin Jordan, a key player of this game. McConkey doesn't look like he wants to block. Jordan finds a way to punch it in the end zone. We don't know what was going on with that blocking from the receiver there. Somehow the Raiders defender takes himself out of the play. This dude, Jordan, is wide open, man. They had the motion from the receiver, leaving this target wide open here. Big touchdown from Justin Herbert and the Chargers.
Carry it across the finish line.
They're saying, hey, those past 2 drives, they don't matter. We're confident in our offense. We're able to give up some points and still extend this lead.
All lined up and ready to boot it away.
In my prediction, I'm expecting some big-time throws from Simmons in this Raiders offense. We haven't seen much from Trey Tucker yet. We can expect something deep from him, I imagine. And Devontae Adams to get a little more activated in this offense.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Rookie quarterback, you're down 4th quarter. You got to put up points.
They'll come out throwing.
They have the tight end open. Herbert goes out of bounds. And that pass was a little underthrown from what it looks like, but a great play call to move the chains.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a
I'm
first
telling y'all,
down
man,
pass just
whoever
like that,
I
it's taking
choose
advantage
for the game of the
matchup,
week,
you
do
plan
the
for it,
opposite.
and
Like,
go out and
I can't
execute.
tell you
Just
how many I've
this
missed.
drive, they're already sitting on their own 45.
All right, this is a big moment here for this offense. 1st and 10, 3 minutes left.
To throw it on first down.
Offensive line holds up a deep shot here to Trey Tucker, but he cannot hold on. Gilman finds a way to knock it out there to prevent the potential touchdown. And exactly like I said before this drive got started, we can expect a big play from Trey Tucker and Adams to get implemented a little bit more here on this drive. What a huge play from Gilman. That looked like a guaranteed touchdown there. They're bringing pressure, and it's a huge sack there for the Chargers. 3rd and 21. You see Hart, the slot corner, coming off that edge. They also had pressure coming from the left side here. They find themselves in a great position defensively. It's a crosser there to Devontae, or to Tucker, excuse me. Can't hold on once again. 4th and 21, and a play right here determines the outcome of this ball game.
And ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and
Crazy.
stubbornness to contest any kind of
Crazy.
shot plays down the field.
They're saying, hey,
Offense still
2 red zone drives, we didn't take a field goal, whatever. We're confident. We're confident in our defense. We're confident in our offense. And what could have been a touchdown for the Raiders here.
Setting up a throw.
They now find themselves 4th and 21, a deep corner route to Rice, and Rice has came up in big moments this game. He had the touchdown earlier, he had that big first down earlier, and then you see him here in the first quarter. Deep corner route, wide open. Simmons has that arm strength to get it out there to him, and the chains are moving. 4th and 21, they go with the pass again, a deep shot, but it's underthrown. Asante Samuel picks it off, lays it up in the end zone, and the defense celebrates. Wow. Wow. We knew some deep passes were going to come on this drive. That's pretty much the Raiders' MO. They took some shots. A touchdown got deflected, and we see another shot taken downfield results in an interception. Asante Samuel all over it. A little underthrown from Simmons there. Part of the rookie struggles. This high-powered Chargers offense finds themselves up 11, 3 minutes left, looking to burn some clock.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And we got to give these guys some credit, right? Look at how they opened up the game. They go with the running back pass for the touchdown. That immediately shows, and look at this huge gain on the RPO. Davis, Justin Herbert, 265, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. But like I was saying, that very first play of the game is showing the Raiders defense that, hey, we're not as scared, we're not intimidated to show you some creativity, right? It immediately sets the tempo for the game. It puts the Raiders defense on their heels. You know, you can't expect what's going to happen next, right? Crosby with a nice shed dive, and it's a loss of 1. So from a coaching aspect for these Chargers, we have to give them credit with that, right? Being creative on offense, showing that creativity to start the game. Now, they had a couple of mishaps in the red zone that I personally disagree with. You know, you got to take the points when the points come to you. But other than that, defensively, look what these guys are doing, right? They're forcing turnovers. They're being clamped up. They're bringing a lot of pressure. Both sides of the field, they're getting it done. We have the reverse, Patterson. 3 interceptions. You don't want to see that from your quarterback here, but hey, look at what's going on, right? Look at what's going on.
Staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries.
Taking a look at the Steelers and Ravens game of the week. I did select the Ravens to win that ball game. They are undefeated. We have a run here by Herbert. This guy has been sneaky good in the run game all season long. Take a look at the stats. But I selected the Ravens to win that ball game. They are undefeated. They have great playmakers on defense. Lamar's been doing his thing. They've been having a lot of success on offense. They've shown the ability to walk away with the win in close games. Now, Steelers are no slouch by any means. And a huge interception here. Bennett has the speed, but no, he gets clipped. And honestly, in that Ravens-Steelers game, you can see this being a game that the Steelers are able to walk away from, right? I mean, the Ravens are almost in a position to where they're just due for one to come up with a loss. The pressure will definitely be on for that game. Right now, I have the Ravens. Big time interception there from the Raiders. Bennett, he has the speed, man. If he's able to get past that first tackle, that could have been a pick six, and you find yourselves in a better situation. But this Raiders offense has been limited this game.
Here he is to throw.
Taking a deep shot corner route, the ball just hangs in the air. Rasheed Rice able to come down with it. 5 catches, 141 yards, showing up big in key moments.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks.
I don't doubt anyone for voting the Steelers, since I vote like, hey, if you want your coins, that's what I suggest. Play action here completely fools the defenders, and a great catch from Tucker there, able to stay in bounds. You got 2 defenders in the area, 1 minute and 8 seconds left on the clock. You do see the Raiders have all of their timeouts. Herbert threw his 4th pick of the game. Like, hey, you know, you got this much of a lead, but that's the aggressive nature that this Chargers team has. If the Raiders can score here, get themselves a onside kick, just short on that pass. They get themselves an onside kick, and then you see some real momentum swing to this home team to try to make a comeback.
Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back.
We've seen the Raider miracle. We've seen it happen from this team. Simmons drops back, finds Bowers on the drag route, open for the touchdown. Wow. And all of a sudden, we're starting to think, is it possible? Is it possible? They're going for 2 here. This would be big time. Quick pass, Bud Dupree able to pick it off. You're going to see that onside team hit the field. Raiders, they got to recover it to have a chance to win this game. Hey, Simmons drops back, tries to get it off quick. It's covered up. Chargers pick it off there.
Kick with less than a minute to go.
It's up to the special teams. Can they recover this onside kick? Good bounce there. Just not far enough ahead. They get to the ball before the yards that it needs to pass. The Chargers have the ball. 31-26. If you're the Raiders, you start to think, hey, I got 3 timeouts. Let's get some quick stops. Burn these timeouts and put the Chargers in a position to where they have to go for it on 4th down.
This is Williams.
Great way to meet him there in the backfield at the line of scrimmage, excuse me. Quickly burning that timeout. And that's exactly what you want to see from your defense. You got the playmakers you need, right? You have Wilkins, you have a Max Crosby, you have Josh Allen, Diablo. You have guys that can make plays. What do the Chargers do here? "55 seconds. Now, if the Raiders lose twice to the Chargers, that changes the division quite a bit. They go with the inside run. He gets right behind Diablo. Nice blocking from the O-line. And you see he runs it to that left side where he has 3 offensive linemen superstar offensive lineman with abilities, right? So you're gonna run into that strong side. You're dependent on your investments to block for you, and that's what they do there. 3rd and 4. Raiders defense, you gotta clamp up here, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Chargers get creative. We got some motion in the backfield. Patterson, RPO. That's a first down. He dives for it, and they find themselves sealing this victory here. 40-something seconds left on the clock. Wow. Bro conceded the game. Bro conceded the game. Why? Why? Gotta have some hair on your chest, man. Finish it out till the clock says 0. Now you put me in a position to where I have to do something about that because you couldn't wait 40 seconds for the clock to hit 0. Oh my gosh, man. It's stuff like that, man. It's stuff like that. Go out on your shield, bro. Go out on your shield, because then you put me in a situation, I gotta do something. I'm watching, I'm live streaming the game. I'm seeing it happen in real time. It was a good game. It was a good game. But as the rules say, cannot quit, bro. Cannot quit the game. Puts me in a position to where now I have to do something about it. But that's the name of the game, man. Game of the week, Chargers face the Raiders. They've shown creativity all throughout the game. They depended on their defense. The defense showed up big for them. All around, great matchup, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Ravens, Steelers next. Go hit the post. Let me know who you got. I'm out of here, y'all.